Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Chris F, and today we're going to be taking a look at the feedback form for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. So it's February 25th right now, where I am in Japan, and the beta has ended. I had a lot of fun playing over the weekend. I really like the gameplay of this game so far. There's some things I want to see changed, for sure, but for the most part, I thought the gameplay was really interesting. However, the game as a complete package, I did not like. So we are going to fill out the player questionnaire and give feedback to SNK about what they need to fix for City of the Wolves before it releases in April. How would you rate the matchmaking experience? Wait times, matching criteria in terms of smoothness. Guys, what would you give this on the smoothness scale? Very good, good, average, bad, very bad. Bad? You guys wouldn't go very bad? I was going to say very bad. Kinda meh? You guys are way more generous than me. I think there should be a worse than very bad. I would say like 2010 would be an option. What kind of matchmaking issues did you encounter? So number one, incredibly long wait times. I'm going to say, I don't think the ping reflected the quality of the match. So if I had for example, if I get a 30 ping, let's be a bit more generous. If I get a 50 ping match in Street Fighter 6, it still feels very responsive and I don't get any rollback. But a 50 ping match in City of the Wolves had a lot of rollback. So many instances of rollback occurring in matches, even versus opponents with under 70 milliseconds ping. I didn't have an issue joining room matches, but it was just kind of crappy. Yeah, that would fit better in the next section. Long wait times. Oh, also, I did have frequent disconnects after round losses of victories or losses. Sometimes I'd beat my opponent or they'd beat me, and it would say, before you get to the accept rematch thing, the game would just kick me out and say, you've been disconnected, booted me back to the main menu. So those were the three big ones I found. Let's keep on going. So number 9, how would you rate the quality of online matches in terms of smoothness? You're right. That does kind of go for point 2. I'm going very bad. So let's copy and paste this. I think that was basically it. Those are the only 2 actual problems. The only issue is those 2 problems were incredibly bad. The rollback was incredible with opponents, and then crossplay with PS4. I'm a huge hater on allowing crossplay with PS4, but I don't think that's necessarily an issue. That's just something they need to do to fix the game. But I think it's working as intended. It's not like I couldn't connect to PS4 players. I could. It just kind of sucked for me being on PC and having to deal with their long wait time. So I don't think it's an issue. It's just a feature they need to add to be able to filter PlayStation 4 players and Wi-Fi out. Loading between rounds. Yeah, I'm going to add that here actually. Very long black loading screen in between each individual round. You didn't pay for an SSD to wait? I totally agree. If you have any other feedback about connection quality, please share it below. Oh man, do I have other feedback about connection quality. Add a Wi-Fi filter for ranked matches, or at the very least, a Wi-Fi display option, all modes including ranked. I don't think you can release a modern fighting game and not have a Wi-Fi filter. I think it's ridiculous. You gotta add it. If you want to be a serious esports title now, especially with the way online tournaments have been going, we're making a big move away from most of your tournaments being offline to most of your tournaments being online. Not having a Wi-Fi filter, I think, is absolutely ridiculous. It just doesn't become practice when you're fighting against Wi-Fi players. And it sucks when you're just hitting accept, and you accept the Wi-Fi by accident. It just sucks. You need a Wi-Fi filter. Point number 2, connection quality. I'm going to say... All right, as I said, allow us to filter out PS4 players under crossplay options. They are running on previous gen hardware, and it adds to the load time issues. This is especially frustrating for PC users with high-end PCs, and it ruins the entire online experience to accommodate a single group of players. Add a feature to agree to end a ranked match between both players if the ping and/or rollback frames pass a certain threshold. Street Fighter 6 has that. You can both mutually agree to end the match and call it a draw. If the connection is really, really bad, you both have to hold, I think, the select button or the start button. It gives you a little icon at the beginning of the screen. I think every single online fighting game should have that right now. I think that's a very baseline online feature that is very necessary. Because sometimes it says the ping is good. It'll say 30, but when you get to the match, it's not actually that. So I think we kind of got to work on that. I'm going to put this under 12. But my dream for fighting games is for every single fighting game that is going to come out starting today, is that they add the feature that Killer Instinct had back in 2011, 2010. I don't even know when that game dropped. But it makes you run a PC benchmark test. And if you can't pass that benchmark test and run run a consistent 60 frames per second in the benchmark test, you are not allowed to do ranked matches. You can do room matches, you can do casual matches, but it bars you from entering ranked matches. And there are so many people with potato-ass PCs that play fighting games that have no business running their setups in ranked, and it causes a big problem for everybody. Is the game demanding? No, the game isn't demanding, but you don't understand how potato of a PC a lot of people have. Yeah, I said they can do casual and lobby matches, that's fine, but ranked, you're only allowed to do ranked if you can get that 60 FPS. Next, load times. So greatly reduce the load times in between rounds when playing online matches. The wait times are simply unacceptable for a modern fighting game releasing in 2025. Change rank per character, you're right. So in the beta, your rank is tied to your profile. Please change this so that your rank is set per individual character. Tying your rank to your profile will dissuade new players from trying out new characters online and will create a poor play experience. So many newer players already experience rank anxiety, and I believe the current system will do nothing to combat that. We're going to separate these later between categories to make it easier for these guys to read. I was talking to somebody, one of my buddies, who does a lot of design work for Evo and everybody. I'm not sure if you guys know him, Drewface. He does a lot of work for Evo, like Combo Breaker. He's made a lot of graphics and images that you guys probably don't know who he is unless you know, but you've definitely seen his work. And he was telling me that it's not really the UI that's bad. He says him as a graphic designer, the UI doesn't have a problem. It's the UX, which means the user experience, and that's where people are struggling. So I think what everybody is complaining about when they say UI, I think what everybody means to say is UX. And I was wrong about that too. After talking to my graphic designer buddy, that's kind of what I learned. I think when everyone says UI, they really truly mean UX. They're just using the wrong words for it because they don't know design, myself included, but that's probably what's happening. So the UX experience is very poor right now. Mouse cursor in the lobby menu cannot be controlled by a mouse. The mouse cursor moves very slowly. Input delay on menus. Yeah, room matches only respond to negative edge or button release inputs. Did you guys try that? If you went to the room match, you try to enter like a chunk in the room, if you try to fight against a player. I tested this. If you push the button, nothing happens. When you let go, it registers your button push, but only in that menu. What else is really bad? I think I was thinking about this. Do you know why there's probably no copy and paste option for room codes? I have a feeling they probably built this game on like PS4. And this game is releasing on PS4, PS5, Xbox, and PC. And I'm guessing there's no way to like conveniently copy and paste and send a code across all 4 platforms. So they probably just made it manual input to kind of circumvent that issue, but it seems really lazy to me. I mean, I'm not a game designer, I don't know, but that seems bleh. So you cannot spectate a room match once the match has started until the set is complete. How are we, as the player waiting, meant to know how long the players have left to play? This leads to even more wait times. Let's go rank match. Yeah, do not display the username when a rank match connection is established. Only character. Actually, they shouldn't even display the character. Only show connection type, speed, and region. People will dodge players they have lost to if they recognize the name. This will cause strong players to not find matches and quit playing the game. Anything else? Can I think of anything else? Oh, yeah. Inviting a friend. So inviting a friend to your friend list is extremely cumbersome and difficult. Please simplify this process somehow. Anything is better than the current method. If possible, add an MR system, aka ELO system, ranked matches. It's already been established by the most popular fighting game at the moment. I'm not going to say Street Fighter. I'm just going to say the most popular fighting game at the moment. If they can put 2 and 2 together, they should know what I'm talking about. Gameplay. Please add a RevGuard plus D macro. I thought that was incredibly difficult to push. We need that macro. Number 2, I'm going to say, I got a lot of comments on my YouTube video that from keyboard players that they weren't allowed, that the game wouldn't let them map jump to spacebar, which is like incredibly basic. Like, I don't know, you buy it on PC. Like, did you not test this game on a keyboard? That would be like making like a PlayStation 4 game, like your PlayStation 4 or 5 controller doesn't work. Like, did you even try to use the one thing that comes with the system you're using? Like, come on. Like, I don't know, like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that just seems really basic. Numpad also not allowed. You have to use auto hotkey? That's some bullshit. In-game tutorial does not teach how to roll off the ground. Add this. What else for gameplay balance? There was something I wanted to say about Rev. What's the DI called? I can't remember the name of the DI move. What's it called? Rev Blow. My issue with Rev. So the issue with Rev Blow. Let's talk about this, guys. What do you think? I think Rev Blow needs to be made just defendable because it's not. I don't think they need to necessarily make it unsafe on block. I think that's their game concept, but not being able to just defend it seems a little too brain dead to me. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys experienced this. I kind of did. Did you find that you weren't able to wake up with the reversal DP unless you buffered it? Like, unless you did the buffer, like the button hold? I found that if I didn't do the button hold trick, my DP wouldn't come out sometimes. But if I did the button hold, like the buffer for a reversal wake up DP, then it would come out all the time. So I'm gonna say, in my experience, wake up reversals would only come out if I used the buffer window timing button hold technique. This made reaction reversals versus things like hop impossible to do. Anything else? Did I miss anything? I think that's about it. I think for me, it felt like there was, like, when I did the tutorial, it felt like there wasn't lag, like input lag, but when I played rank matches, it felt like there was input lag. Was that might have been just placebo? Am I the only one who felt that way? All right, that should be it. And I guess I'll just to be consistent. All right, so that's my basic thing. The reason why I got so mad when I was playing this thing is because everyone was saying, like, but dude, it's a beta, it's gonna change. Like, I don't think this stuff, like all this stuff that we're talking about here, I don't even think this stuff is acceptable in like an alpha release. Like, what was it? Input delay in menus, having a cursor that you can't move with a mouse, not having tech roll in the tutorial, not being able to spectate a room, tiny text, no copy and paste option, things like that. Also having loading in between rounds. I don't think that should make it past alpha phase. So if it's still here at this point in the beta, I'm just like, come on. Anyways, I'm sending it. Done. We did it. We finished. You guys get to see some Japanese because I live in Japan. But anyways, that's it. We filled out the feedback form for City of the Wolves beta. Let's see what actually happens when the game releases. How many things are going to change? How many things won't change? We're going to find out. And we haven't even seen what, like, the story mode, or what I'm really most concerned about, training mode. If training mode is anything like KOF 15, we're going to have a pretty bad time. But let's see what actually happens. If you think I missed anything, let me know in the comments what you would have added to this list. And also let me know if you agree or disagree with any of the things that we came up with in our feedback form today. That's it for today's video, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.